So, what does it really mean to know something? I mean, it sounds like a simple question, right? But it's actually one of the deepest puzzles in all of philosophy, and today we're going to break it down.
Okay, think about it this way. You almost certainly know how to ride a bike. But do you know that it stays upright because of stuff like gyroscopic effects and caster angle? See, those are two totally different kinds of knowing. And for centuries, philosophers have been absolutely obsessed with that second one.
And that's because the whole study of knowledge, what we call epistemology, isn't really about skills. It's focused on our relationship with facts. And facts get expressed in what are called propositions. Don't let the word scare you. It's just a simple statement that can only be one of two things, true or false. That's it. Know-how is practical, it's procedural, it's you actually on the bike, pedaling away. But know that, or propositional knowledge, that's theoretical. It's all in your head. There's this fantastic example of a physicist who can know every single equation for bicycle dynamics, but still be completely, hopelessly unable to ride.
So this knowledge that is considered a pretty high-level cognitive state. You can think of it like a mental map of reality that you hold in your mind. It's an abstract understanding that doesn't really depend on whether you can physically do anything with it. And traditionally, it's seen as something that belongs to a single individual person.
So, if we're talking about knowing a fact, what are the ingredients? What does it actually take? Well, for most of modern history, the answer has been this classic three-part recipe. It's a framework designed to separate what is real knowledge from everything else.
And here it is. It's called the Justified True Belief Framework, or JTB for short. For you to truly know something, three things have to happen. First, the statement has to actually be true. Can't know something that's false. Second, you have to personally believe it's true. And third, and this is the big one, you have to have a good reason, a solid justification for your belief. The whole point of this recipe is simple, but it's also really profound. It's all about separating genuine knowledge from just a lucky guess, right? I mean, anyone can believe something that just happens to be true by accident. Justification is the key. It's what proves your belief isn't just a fluke. It's what gives you, as the philosophers like to say, epistemic contact with reality.
You know, a really great way to think about how this works is to imagine epistemology as a kind of building inspector, but for your mind. It's not just there to look at the building. It's there to check if it's built to code.
So for instance, a psychologist or a historian, they're descriptive. They'll tell you what people believe and how they came to believe it. But the epistemologist, our inspector, is normative. They don't just care that you believe something. They want to know if you should believe it. Is it a well-built belief?
And that's exactly what makes epistemology a normative discipline. It isn't just observing from the sidelines. It's actively evaluating. It's judging whether our beliefs are rational and justified. It's checking our mental blueprints against the official codes of reason to see if they'll actually hold up.
Okay, but you might be wondering, why this intense focus on knowledge that? Why do philosophers prioritize these abstract statements over practical skills or just being aware of something?
Well, the answer really lies in a three-level hierarchy. And as you might guess, propositional knowledge is considered the highest, most sophisticated form of understanding. It sits right at the top. So here's how it works. At the very bottom, you've got simple perception. You just see an object, like a tree. One step up is objectual perception. Now you're seeing that object as something specific. You see that the tree is an oak. But the highest level, the top tier, is propositional perception. This is when you see that something is the case. For example, I know that the oak tree is shedding its leaves. It's this top level that lets us build these stable, complex models of the world that we can actually talk about and share.
So, when you get right down to it, the Justified True Belief Framework is way more than some abstract little game for philosophers. It's actually a super powerful tool for navigating the insane amount of information we're all swimming in every day. It lets us critically examine the very foundations of what we think we know.
So here's the thought I want to leave you with. If you turn that inspector on your own mind, which of your beliefs do you think would actually pass the test? What do you hold to be true that isn't just a belief, or even a lucky guess, but is something you can rigorously justify as genuine knowledge?